Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today is our lecture number 29. Today we have study about radical offering. So before starting this topic I have revised the definition of a ring. Basically, in a ring we have considered anonymity set R with two binary operations, steric and multiplication, like addition and multiplication. R, we say that R is a ring under these binary operation addition and multiplication if satisfy the following condition. Number first, R under addition is abelian group. Number second, R under multiplication will be semi group. And number third, it should be satisfy the left and right distributive law. Then we say that R is a ring. Here we have studied some results and also the definition of radical. So what is radical? Let's come to the statement of the theorem. Before starting the theorem, I have re revised about radical. So basically, first of all, what is nilpotent? Because here this set talk about a nilpotent. So basically, we say that x is a nilpotent if for this there exists a positive integer n such that x power n is equal to 0. Then we say that x is a nilpotent. So this theorem basically states that what? Let R be a commutative ring. Before I was revised, what is a ring? A ring satisfies these conditions and contained with two binary operations. If R is a ring plus satisfy the fourth condition, what? A steric B is equal to B steric A, then we say that it is commutative ring. Like hold the commutativity down. And n is equal to a set like x belong to R such that x is unimportant. That means that for this there exists a positive integer n such that x power n is equal to 0. So we say that x is unimportant. Then n is ideal of R and R by n is no non-zero nilpotent element. So we have proved that n is ideal and after this we have proved that R by n is no non-zero nilpotent element. So for this, first of all, we have proved that n is non-empty. After this, we have proved that subgroup, and after this, we have proved that left and right ideal. So first of all, we are taking an element x belong to R is said to be nilpotent if and only if for this there exists some positive integer and such that x power n is equal to 0. This is the definition of nilpotent. Okay. After this, first of all, basically we have proved that n is ideal. So for this, first we have proved that it is non-empty because this is very necessary. It may be contained in one two element. So 0 belong to R. Why? Because R is a ring and ring under addition is abelian. So under addition must it contain an identity 0. So a 0 belong to R is a nilpotent because 0 we have write 0 power 1, 0 power 2, 0 power any positive integer we will get is equal to 0. So 0 is also belong to n and n is non-empty. Okay, so we was proved that n is non-empty. After this we have proved that what? N is subgroup. For subgroup we have proved that two conditions, but in a group theory we have proved, in a ring theory we have proved that n is the subgroup of ring R if it satisfies these two conditions x minus y and x multiply y. But here we have, by using mathematical induction, we have proved that what? N is subgroup. So let x and y belong to n and n is contain nilpotent kind of element. So for this there exists a point which is mn such that x power n is equal to 0, y power n is equal to 0. After this we are taking x plus y power m plus n. First of all we have proved that x plus y power m plus n is equal to 0. After this we are proved that minus x power n is equal to 0. After this we are multiplication for multiplication. So x plus y power m plus n by using induction or combinations NCR. So m plus nc naught x power m plus n y naught. So again plus here we have write 1, here is equal minus 1, here is equal to also 1, here again we 2 2 3 3 up to we get in a last what m plus n c m plus n x naught and y m plus n. By using these two, x power m is equal to 0 and y power n is equal to 0, here we have write like here x power m plus n, so we are also write x power n multiply x power n, so instead of x power n m is equal to we are write 0. Similarly here we are also write 0, here also, here also, here, so we get also 0, so x plus y power m plus n is equal to 0. That's mean that x plus y belonging to n, because this is also right like nilpotent. After this we have proved that minus x power m, so we have write m times minus x, and we are also write minus 1 power m and x power m, because we are write minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 and minus x by using binary operation multiplication. So by using minus 1 multiply minus 1 we have write minus 1 power n, and similarly we have write x power m. By using x power m is equal to 0 we have put here, so the result will be 0, so we get minus x belonging to n. That's mean that it is subgroup, n is subgroup. After this we show that left and right module. So for this we are taking one element from a ring and one element from a module. So this is element of a ring, the module, so we are taking r x power m, the result will be r power m and x power m. So basically by using instead of x power m we write 0, so the result will be 0. Similarly x r power m we get x power m into r power m, and instead of x power m we write 0, so the result will be 0. So we are write x r x and x r belonging to n. So hence we prove that n is ideal of r. If you have feel any complication, any difficulty in this theorem, you should contact with me. After this, we have proved that R by N is contain no non-zero nilpotent element. So for this, we are taking AN belonging to R by N. AN is non-zero. To prove that A plus N is non-nilpotent. Okay. Suppose on contrary, suppose that A plus N is nilpotent. For this, there exists some positive integer n such that a plus n power n is equal to 0. Okay, we are consider n is equal to 0, so instead of 0 we are write n. That means that a power n we are open this, so a power n plus n is equal to n, because a plus n power n we have write a power n plus n. That means that a power n belonging to n. After this, a power n belong to n and n contains such kind of element. If we are taking element of n, the result will be 0. So for this, there exists some positive integer m such that a power n power m whole power n is equal to 0. We have also write a power mn is equal to 0. That means that this is both are positive integer and the multiplication of positive integer is also positive integer. So that means that a belong to n. And we are also right by using well-known result h is the subgroup of G such that a plus h is equal to this such that a belong to h. So a belong to h, we have write a plus h is equal to h. So n is also ideal, so we have write a plus n is equal to n. But by up there we have used that n is equal to 0, so we get a plus n is equal to 0, which is contradiction. So our supposition is wrong. Hence, what a plus n is non-nilpotent. So r by n is no non-zero nilpotent element. So this is the proof of the theorem. If you have feel any complication, any difficulty in this theorem, you should contact with me. After this, we have studied example and some remarks. Basically, this example state that in Z4, what is Z4? Basically, Z4 is contain congruous classes like 0, 1, 2, 3. So this example, the author state that Z4, 0 and 4 are the only nilpotent element, because we are taking power of the 0 power 1 is equal to 0, 0 power 2 is equal to 0, 0 power 3 is equal to 0, so we get 0. 2 power 1 is equal to, okay, so 2 power 2 is equal to 4, which equal to 0. These two elements are nilpotent. Otherwise, what is the nilpotent definition? Definitions nilpotent basically state that for element 0 belong to 4, there exists some positive integer n such that 0 power n is equal to 0. So basically here, if we are taking n is equal to 1, the result will be 0. N is equal to 2, the result will be 0. N is equal to 3, the result will be 0. For 2, there exists a positive integer n is equal to 2. If we are taking 2 power 2, the result will be 4, which is actually equal to 0. After this, we are discuss remarks. This remarks is basically state that n1 and n2 are nilpotent element in R1 and and R2 respectively. Then n1, then the pair n1 and n2 is nilpotent in cross product of R1 and R2. Basically, R1 and R2 are two rings, and N1 and N2 are two nilpotent element in R1, N1 and R1, and N2 are N2. So this remark states that the pairs N1 and N2 should be belong to the cross multiplication of these both. So this is today's lecture. If you have feel any complication, any difficulty in this lecture, you should contact with me. Allah Hafiz. Inshallah, we will meet in a next lecture.